Hello everyone and welcome back to a video here on EAFC 25. Today we are tackling Foundations Level 3, and in this one we're going to learn more about integrating League and Nation links together. Last time we learned about just Nation links, and if you've not seen the last video, there is a link in the description down below. I do suggest if you've not done Foundations 1 or 2 yet, you check those videos out first. Now just to stress, as we have in the previous videos, squad building challenges are a trade. Any player you put into a squad building challenge will be gone when you submit it. So do not go put in Informs or Messis or Ronaldos or anything like that. Any player that you want to keep, do not put it into a squad building challenge. These are trades. You trade in the players in the squad building challenge and you take the reward. So remember that, do not put your best players in. Now, once again, this is split into 4 sections. We have Leagues, Advanced Leagues, Nations, and Advanced Nations. So first of all, let's head into Leagues. Now, for this one, you're going to need 2 common players, and they both need to be from the same league. So as you can see, I have got 2 players from the Women's MLS. I don't know what it's called, the NSFW? No, that's not safe for work, isn't it? Whatever that league is called. And they're both common. You can tell they're common because of the shape of the card. We've been through this in the previous videos. So the shape of the card is more basic and more rounded, and it's a more dull background, therefore it is a common card. So once you've got that, it doesn't have to be the same 2 players as me, it's just any 2 players from the same league. They don't have to match nation. You can pick 2 Premiership players, 2 Championship players. They can be gold, they can be bronze, they can be silver, whatever you want, as long as they're common. And again, as long as they're players you do not care about. These are 2 players I'm never going to use, and they're ones I'm willing to cash in. So let's get that cashed in. We get ourselves a Jumbo Bronze pack as a reward. And as you can see, we have this notification come up. This tells us that one of the players, Groom, the centre attacking midfielder, is currently in one of my squads. The NWSL is what it's called. Okay. So this gives you an indication if any of the players that are in your SBC are currently in one of your active squads, just so you can make sure that you are happy to let that player go. Because as I said before, this player is going to disappear once I hit yes. If you don't want the player to be gone, press no and change the player to somebody else. There we go, done. And now we head back in for number 2, Advanced Leagues. Now, in Advanced Leagues, we're going to need 2 common players, minimum, and we're going to need 2 leagues, and a maximum of 2 players from the same league. So basically what I've got here, I've got all 3 common cards, because they're cheaper. We've got 2 players from the same league, so I've got Adams, and I've got Chris Wood. Both of these players play in the Premiership. And then at right back, I have got a player who plays in Serie A. So you need 2 players from the same league. Again, doesn't need to be the same nation, doesn't need to be the same team, just the same league. They have to be common, so again, they have to be in this more basic card shape. They can be 2 players from the Serie A, 2 from Ligue 1, 2 from La Liga, wherever you want to take them from, just 2 players from the same league, and then 1 player from a completely different league. All common. Once you've got that, again, submit the squad, and you are done. And we get a trophy. Look at that, well done. Well done, everyone. So next up we go into the Nations section. Now in this one we're going to go back to basics here really. We want 2 common players, again the basic card shapes, and they both need to be from the same nation. Does not matter about the league. Now both of these ladies are from the same league anyway, but that would not matter. I mean, you could use a German striker from La Liga, you could use a German goalkeeper from the Premiership. It does not matter as long as the 2 players' nations match. Don't have to be German, could be French, Spanish, Brazilian, Uzbekistanian. Is that a real country? It can be any of those. It does not need to be German. Just 2 players from the same nation. Any league will do. Both common, so both basic card shape. We submit, we get ourselves a silver pack. And then finally, we go into the final part of this section, Advanced Nations. Now for Advanced Nations, this is where it sort of mixes them up a little bit. So we need 2 players from the same nation. We need... That's it, isn't it? Yeah, we need at least 2 common players. So as you can see, we've got a common player at front and a common player at left back. We need 2 nations only, so 2 of the players need to match a nation. As you can see here, we have 2 Spanish players. And we have maximum of 2 players from the same nation. So you can't have 3. It has to be 2 players from one nation and 1 player from a completely different nation. And as long as one of those 3 players is rare, that's all you need to do. I mean, it's pretty simple. And then again, this is the rare card. As you can see, it's a shinier background, different card shape, and this is your common card. So once you've got that, again, it can be any nations, doesn't need to be what I've done. It can be 2 Germans and Italian, it can be 2 English and a Welsh, whatever you got. Try and use what's in your club, because it obviously makes it a lot cheaper than going out and buying cards. Then you can hit submit, we get rid of those players, we get ourselves a nice little premium silver pack. And that is Foundations level 3 complete. So hopefully that's been clear. I mean, I'm trying to be as clear as possible, but I know sometimes I get a little bit lost. If you do have any questions, do drop them into the comment section down below. I'm sure myself or anybody else can help as we go along. And there's our rewards. We get a nice little 2 rare gold player pack. These packs are fantastic sometimes, so we'll get that open as well. First of all, let's open our 2 bronze packs. We're going straight in with a proper bronze rare player, a Scottish striker from the Scottish Premiership. That shows how good the Scottish Premiership is. They've got bronze strikers in there. From Dundee. And that is Murray. Very ginger. These are always useful as well because these players, they might look crap, you might not want them, but put everything into your club. You have no idea when these things might come in useful. I mean, these bronze players could come in very useful for a squad building challenge in the future, so make sure you keep everything. Especially when it's untradeable, there's no point in getting rid of them. You might as well keep everything. Because look at this, we've now got a Championship goalkeeper. Is it Championship? No, an EFL goalkeeper from Scotland. So he links now with a Nations link to the striker we just packed. So these are all things we can use in future SBC. So make sure you just keep everything. There's no point in getting rid of this stuff because it's untradeable anyway. So you might as well just keep it all in your club just in case, the off chance you may need it at some point in the future. All your duplicates, just get rid of them. Premium silver pack. Not very often you get silver players, so again, just keep them. A Bundesliga player, if they do they've done in previous years, they do squad building challenge where you have to put an entire 11 players from every single team in a certain league. These players are going to be vitally important. A silver centre-back from the Bundesliga, that's a vitally important card if they use that again. Which is highly possible. They've done it in previous years. They could do it again pretty easily. And then all of a sudden, those players become worth tens of thousands of coins. And again, another silver Bundesliga player. Those 2 players, of course, now have a link as well. There's a Dyke. So we'll take all those into the club. And then finally, a 2 rare gold player pack. These can be fantastic. I've opened a lot of these in the past, and sometimes you do get some cracking players. It's not a walkout. It's a Spanish striker from the Serie A. Who's it going to be? It's from AC Milan. It's Morata, 83 rated. Which is better than anything we just put in those SBCs, so as you can see, it was worth it. These are 2 players I already have. However, you do have a duplicate storage this year, so as you can see, I've got 60 players out of 100 in my duplicate storage. These are fantastic for using in squad building challenges. So again, just send them across, keep them in the club, and you're done and dusted. Right, so hopefully that was helpful. I know we got a little bit lost here and there, but hopefully that was helpful to completing the level 3 of the Foundations. We'll be back next time for level 4, when we're going to start to learn about League and Nation Chemistry together a bit more. So we've done Nation Chemistry, we've done League Chemistry, we've sort of touched on the pair together, but this time we're going to start to mix and match. This is where it really starts to get a bit more interesting and a bit more difficult. So if you are struggling, make sure you check out the link in the description. I will have a link to the Foundations 4 and 5. So I'll see you all then. Good night, God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.